Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we have got not one but two events going on for this weekend, and both of these I think are actually going to be pretty great for newer players who don't have their roster filled out yet, because they're both pretty nice. First of all, we have all hands on deck. During the event, all elite heroes will be available in the recruitment shop. Make sure to check back if you want to recruit your favorite hero or add any missing ones to boost your team. So what does this mean here? As some of you may already know, there are a group of heroes that do not appear in the standard recruitment. Usually anything after Thula Lucan. So Thula, Lucan, Agent Spider, Darkwing 2, Cecil, Powerplex, Anissa, and Conquest. Currently, for the duration of this event, they are all in here. So we do have Conquest, who's probably the biggest name here added to the shop, but we do also, of course, have we got Luke in there. Thula's in there. Oh yeah, Thula's under Lucan. That's funny. Because Thula came out first. But we have Lucan, we have Thula, Darkwing 2, the extremely good Agent Spider, the extremely good Anissa, extremely good Powerplex, and like I said, Conquest there as well. So good news and bad news with this event. The bad news is that the percentages are aggressively split up. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This shop in the modern era is desperately begging for a wish list. It needs a wish list and it needs it bad. But alas, we're not there yet. However, the good news is you do have a chance, albeit slim, to get the characters that you want that are usually more on the rare side. Conquest is a brand new character. Powerplex we haven't seen in a hot minute. We only just recently got a freebie Anissa from the Battle Pass, from the free side of the Battle Pass, but even then, one Anissa does not a strong force make. So getting a few-ish copies of her is nice. Darkwing 2 and Agent Spider is not quite as crazy because they're in the arena shop right now. And then Lucan and Thula for older players, not quite as crazy because they were in the arena shop. Still, premium characters are premium characters, and there is a healthy number of them. If you ever do see like a Conquest or an Anissa or a Powerplex, those characters are like must grabs. Even Agent Spider, even though Agent Spider is in the arena shop right now, still a good one to pick up because he is a fantastic Earth defender. Thula, a really good pickup. Lucan and Darkwing 2, maybe not so much. Cecil, he's okay. He's a decent character in a bad faction. So he does have a slight disadvantage on that one, and we also did just have an event where Cecil was in there. But still, premium character is still a premium character, so you do have an option there. Additionally, there is a refresh price discount. Don't worry about that. It's not like a fixed refresh where it stays at like 10 gems there. If I pop this, I spend 10 gems. I retract my sentence. It apparently does stay at 10 gems, which makes it a little bit better. However, this fixed refresh thing is really only good if there's a double elite event at the same time. Now, technically speaking, you could say that with it being only 10 gems, instead of a double elite event, you get double the possible refreshes. So, like I said, I'll leave that one up to you. This is not the worst way to use gems, because I mean, you know, all these characters are in there right now, even if it is a very divided chance. Conquest is in there, Nissa's in there, and as you're summoning, you'll get shop level, which is a good thing. Personally, I would still recommend maybe saving your gems for future characters, but that's just me. I will leave that up to your discretion. Speaking of characters, there's one more character you might want to be on the look at, and that is the most wanted hero, Angstrom Levy. What they like to do is they like to have these events every now and then to make you prioritize summoning on a specific character, in this case being the one and only Angstrom. For the duration of this event, obtaining this hero will provide specific rewards. So, This is okay. This is the event that's providing the fixed refresh thing. So they're kind of working together to make the shop better. If we, oh yeah, also the automatic refresh duration's been halved. That's kind of neat. I didn't actually know that one. Cool. But if we take a peek at the missions here, we have some freebie dossiers. You can get dossiers for logging in. You can get gold dossiers for recruiting Angstrom. So this does not stop at 1. I think it's like you get a gold dossier for 1 Angstrom, then a gold dossier for 3 Angstroms total, and then like 5 and then 8 or something like. I forget the exact numbers. Point is, if you do recruit Angstrom, you will get some gold dossiers, which is not half bad. We also have dossiers for recruiting heroes from the criminal faction. This can work for the standard recruiting as well as like schools out or the lab shop. We have refreshing the recruitment, which is actually not a bad deal, because if we assume that a dossier is worth 200 gems, at the very least this first one is kind of okay, because 10 refreshes, that's 100 gems. That right there is already a step in the right direction. But you also do get some of your daily freebie refreshes, so, you know, again, I'm going to say, do what you want to do, but maybe don't go too wild on the gems for this event. I'm just throwing that one out there. And then, of course, just recruiting heroes, which is good, and then purchasing all items, which would be the gold dossiers or gems if you are out of gold dossiers. So, yeah, that is basically what we're working with. Like I said, this event is really cool because it gives you the opportunity to get characters that are not usually available, like Conquest. But it doesn't change the fact that each of these characters is running at a 0.3% chance, rounding up. That's low. That is low. That is egregiously low. You're definitely not going to be building anybody. You might fill in some gaps. You might fill out like character, or you might even hit a breakpoint. Like if you're on Seismic and you need one more Powerplex to get to Seismic Plus or whatever, you might get lucky with this event. But 0.3% is still 0.3%. Don't let the total Elite Heroes percentage fool you. This is low. This is real low. And again, I say, just begging on hands and knees for a wishlist feature. AFK Arena has it. Nikkei has it. Invincible, catch up, my guys, come on. This is, and I think that's why they stopped putting characters in this banner, because it is really full. I mean, this right here, at shop level 9, I'm at 0.3%. Shop level 10 ain't much better. It's stretched. It's aggressively stretched. It's time for a wish list, my friends. It is time for a wish list. But that's just my 2 cents. Now then, that is pretty much that. Like I said, Angstrom, especially if you see any Angstroms, even if you're not necessarily building him, it's not a bad idea to get him just for the sake of this event, because it is effectively, I'm not going to say it's like a free elite, because that does demand a little bit of luck, but it is kind of like getting a discount where, okay, you summoned Angstrom, but you got some dossiers back in the meantime, which can work out pretty nice. And of course, there's a chance of freebies. You do get dossiers just from logging in, just from refreshing. Free dossiers are free dossiers. We do like to see that, because sooner or later there will be another double elite event. Those are always nice. Usually they're more so saved for like celebrations and such, but you never know when you might get surprised. And like I said too, technically, and I am really hanging on to that technically with a white knuckle grip, but technically speaking, having a half refresh cost is statistically kind of the same as having a double elite, because instead of having double the chances of getting the elites, you're just doubling the number of refreshes you can do, which by definition doubles your chances of elites for the same amount. I'll let you be the judge of whether or not that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me, but I'll let you be the judge of whether or not that makes sense to you. It's like, it's on a technicality. It is technically kind of a double elite event if you're refreshing. Now, if you're not refreshing, then no. Well, then again, it does have the half time. I mean, it's every 30 minutes, so... I mean, well, see, that's another problem, is that kind of demands for you to... I'm going back and forth in my head here. I'm getting a little lost in the sauce here. Point is, not a bad event. If you wanted to spend your gems on this, go for it. You know what? Hey, it is a half-off refresh, and characters, amazing characters like Conquest and SM Powerplex are in there. Just like I said, be wary of that percentage. That 0.3 at level 9 hurts. If you're at, like, level 3, heaven forbid. Ouch. If you're at level 1, I mean, you won't be there for long, but if you're at level 1, you're running at a 0.125%. Ooh. Ooh. That hurts. That hurts a lot. And like I said, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Wish list. We need a wish list so bad in this game. Oh my gosh, it's killing me. Because we're starting to get to the point where we've got enough heroes. Early on, in the beginning, it didn't matter, because we barely had a full faction of 5 anyway. From Worlds Beyond didn't even exist. That has changed. We have got plenty of heroes now that could absolutely fill out a wish list. And a few stinkers that I wouldn't mind filtering out. But maybe that will happen one day. One can only hope. But for now, we will leave it at that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Have you had any luck from this boosted shop? Let me know, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.